I always tell you, like, if you have people in your life that have this like ridiculous opinion over me, and they're like kind of like-minded individuals, they're like liberals or whatever, just literally ask them to watch one stream. So cute, my little Hasanito. I've never been a gatekeeper at all. I'm not a gatekeeper when it comes to socialism. I'm not a gatekeeper when it comes to my personal hobbies. I don't really understand it. Like, I don't understand the need for wanting to keep this like this special pure thing. But I don't really know what the discourse is either. But I suspect that it's probably misunderstandings on every side, because that's usually how it goes on the internet. You are with your restaurants? Yeah, because I don't want most to. Yeah, well, that's different. Anyway. But yeah, glad to see the OG One Piece's political take going viral again. Maybe this will open up some people's perspective a little bit on being more open-minded to where I'm coming from. Buy an ocean bottle, mate? Why? I got a Twitch.tv mug right here. Yeah, also, when I gatekeep where I go and eat food at, is because I don't want motherfuckers stalking my ass. That's a little different, don't you think? Anyway, this was a cool video that I saw.
The right has really made me fall in love with Hasan Piker. And not in that, oh, he's our liberal Jesus type of way. But after hearing some criticism about him and actually sitting down on a couple of live streams and watching some of his videos, it reassured me one thing about the left. And if you hear this come out my mouth and you really want to challenge me on this, you really think this is something wild, I dare you to go listen to a couple of live streams this week when you have a chance. Listen to a couple podcasts from both the left and the right this week and compare notes. Because
dick riding is cringe. I mean, this is proof in the pudding, man. I always tell you, like, if you have people in your life that have this like ridiculous opinion over me, and they're like kind of like-minded individuals, they're like liberals or whatever, just literally ask them to watch one stream, okay? Because if you do, you're gonna very quickly realize that all of the shit that people have designed in their minds about this like evil being that I am is just negative framing. You don't have to watch for 8 hours. Watch for fucking 10 minutes, and you will very quickly arrive at your own conclusion. This is something that you can easily do. And if streams are inaccessible, make them watch a YouTube video or something on an issue that they care about, that you know that I align with them on, right? You don't stream for 8 hours? Okay, man. The couple of days where I don't stream for 8 hours, all of a sudden I'm not an 8-hour Andy. How is this? How is this possible? How is this possible?
Notice the right is very big about saying like Hasan Piker is anti-American. The left is very violent. When you sit down and you actually listen to this guy, you actually listen to these people, you realize these are some dorks. And I mean that in the most affectionate way. On a silly note, Hasan Piker is a really dorky dude. He has a very fun energy to him. But even now, as I'm watching him break down the Charlie Kirk shooter information, there's been a couple of days, new information has been coming out. We're breaking it down. I've noticed something that I'm not seeing a lot of right-wing commentators do. Hasan Piker is sitting here and he's watching a lot of people's different reactions. He's looking at people on both the left and the right. People who claim to be independent thinkers. People who claim to be, a little more leftist. People who seem to be hard right or classic conservative. He is viewing all these people's opinions about this shooter and also looking at the shooter's information himself. And he's kind of telling us, like, I want you guys to compare. He's not telling us what to think. He's telling us to look at the information and come to our own conclusions. And that's very different than what the right's conversation about this has been. Let's use this Kirk shooter example. You hear a lot of right-wing conservatives straight blaming, straight Democrats, the left. And then you see that being pushed in their audience. But to be honest with you, everybody on the left has been breaking down this shooter's motives, has been trying to get to the bottom of what type of rhetoric has been, given to this kid to make him do what he does.
Yeah, he's saying you're like Philly D. No, I have a position, but this is something that I do care about, which is I want to show you, the exact journey that I go through in making up my mind about anything that's happening in the news. You'll see this today as well with the Dallas ICE facility shooting, right? And that doesn't mean I'm going to get it right every single time, but my goal isn't just to present to you like omissions and slam like a one-sided narrative. I will always, even if it's a thing that makes my side look unfavorable, I will always try to arrive at a truthful conclusion. Okay, he didn't say I'm apolitical in that situation, and I certainly am not. I'm not a fucking fence sitter or anything. I have a very clear opinion, right? But I will always present every side's narrative and try to arrive at the truth by looking at and analyzing, critically examining the available information. That's it. That's it. You don't want to just give us a fish. You want to teach us how we can fish on our own? Exactly. So someone says, love that more people are coming out in support of him. It's very easy to support Hasan when you actually understand his message. Even understanding the controversial points that people try to bring up just brings it deeper understanding how he tackles topics beyond the crash out law. Yeah. Anyway. And then you hypnotize us with trigger words. What do I always say? And we drop back into the trance. Exactly. Of course. What is this? Short. New Sean vid is a banger and pretty short if you're interested later.
Hello, everyone. Today's video is...
Dog, this is 4 hours long.
天上太阳风呀风通通的，心中太阳是毛泽东的，看看你到我们的结伴呢，这里本身咱家做主人，一呀一自由，两呀自由啊，这里本身咱。